What's going on, people? This is Jesse Veal from jesseveal.com. And the topic I wanted to talk about today is the two things that I underestimated most about business at a young age. Now, when I first started my first business at 19, I started a party promotion business called Lavish Lifestyle, where it was geared toward upscale parties in the city of New Orleans. The two things that I greatly underestimated at that age was the amount of time it would take to succeed in business and the amount of activity that it would take to succeed in business. So, to be successful in business, understand that you need the right knowledge, or if you don't have the knowledge, you need the people that do have that particular knowledge that you can have as employees or as business partners to lack up for your ignorance in those particular areas. But there's some core areas that would determine if you succeed in business. Now, after you have those core areas down and memorized and you understand it to the best of your ability, and you're at least, let's say, 70% proficient in those areas, then even then it will take a significant amount of time for you to succeed, right? And I didn't understand this at a young age. So it was a lot of times in doing business, I would get frustrated and what have you, and I would give up before the time for it to be successful. And I even had an instance with my party promotion business, which I did an event in basically I did an event promoting a party at this particular venue, and I was disappointed with the results of the first day of the event. But then I stopped doing the event basically, but I forgot to turn the promotions on Eventbrite on off. So people for months were still going to that event that I started based on me not turning off the Eventbrite event listing. And so probably a couple years later, I actually found those emails where people were subscribing to my email listing, not even knowing. And they did this for maybe about 6 to 8 months up until the venue actually closed, right? So that's number one, right? The time, it doesn't matter if you have, like, even franchises, they map out the actual steps that you can do. They have a system that works for hundreds and hundreds of different franchises that have been effective. And even with a franchise somewhere where they have been successful more times than not, it actually still doesn't guarantee your success, of course, but it's still, even with that franchise system, that playbook they give you, they tell you that, it's a certain amount of time that it's going to take to be, to break even on your investment and to be profitable and to be successful in that business, right? And then you have people out here that don't have that playbook or that track record of success. They're just going off of intuition and making their own systems trying to be successful, and they don't realize that. And number two is the amount of activity, right? So, man, there's so much activity that you have to put into a business. Like, and we're not just talking about any type of activity, right? We're talking about effective activity, the things that you need to do, like needing to have a marketing plan. This is one of the biggest things that a lot of small business owners they mess up. This is the biggest error they make in being a business owner, is that they actually don't do any marketing for their business. And that's the number one issue, is that there's no way you're going to succeed in business if no one knows your business exists. Period. People have to know you, they have to know about your business, and you have to successfully bring in people so that you can make sales to the business. And a lot of times, even if the marketing doesn't directly bring purchases to your business or bring sales to your business, the marketing should at least have some type of brand recognition so people can know that you're there. And, the more marketing and advertising you do, the more likely those people that see your marketing message or your advertisements will actually convert into a customer via sales. And so it's a lot of things that you have to do. You have to put in a lot of work. And, before that, you have to make sure that the activity that you're going to do is the most effective activities that you can do for the business. Because at the end of the day, if you ever heard of the 80-20 principle, there's only 20% of activities will yield in 80% of your sales and results in the business. So that's the big two things that I didn't learn that I didn't know at age 18, 19, which I started my first official business during 19, but even before then, as a teenager, I had my business. So I just want to talk about those two things. So make sure that you guys are doing your research. Make sure you're putting in the time, doing a lot of activity, and make sure that you're actually not only putting in the time and putting in the activities, but make sure that you're learning about the right activities that you're going to need to know that are going to be the most effective to leverage and to boost your business. But that's it, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And once again, this is Jesse Veal from jesseveal.com, agency owner, digital marketing expert, and consultant.